In the year 1191 AD, the echoes of the Crusades still shook the Holy Land. Saladin, the formidable conqueror of Jerusalem, pressed deep into Syria, seizing city after city. Yet his momentum faltered at the siege of Acre, where the Christian forces, reinforced just in time by Richard the Lionheart, the newly crowned King of England, wrested the city from Saladin's grasp. The fall of Jerusalem in 1187 had shocked Christendom. In its wake, Pope Gregory VIII called for a renewed crusade to reclaim the Holy City. Answering this summons, Richard the Lionheart of England and Philip Augustus of France embarked on a perilous campaign to wrest Jerusalem from Saladin's control. Following the capture of Acre in 1191, Richard recognized the strategic importance of Jaffa's port. Without it, any march on Jerusalem would be doomed. In August, he began a careful advance along the coast, ever mindful of Saladin's shadowing forces. The lessons of Hattin weighed heavily. Richard's army marched only in the cool of the mornings, halting near water sources before the midday sun became unbearable. His fleet sailed in parallel, carrying supplies and rescuing the wounded. Ever wary of ambushes, Richard kept his men in a disciplined, tight formation. Saladin's horse archers harassed the column, but Richard's steady leadership kept order intact. By early September, Saladin realized that skirmishes alone would not stop the Franks. He gathered his full strength for a decisive strike. On the morning of September 7, 1191, the Crusader column, 15,000 strong with 2,000 armored knights, advanced near Arsuf. Templars held the vanguard on the right, Breton cavalry the left, and Richard himself commanded the center with his elite contingents. Saladin's army appeared from the woods, his banners unfurling as he prepared to break the Crusader host. Muslim infantry surged forward, loosing arrows and javelins, while swarms of horse archers struck in lightning raids. The Hospitallers on the left wing bore the brunt. Their horses fell, and the formation strained under the pressure. Encirclement loomed. Twice the Hospitallers begged Richard for permission to charge. Twice he refused, knowing Saladin wanted to lure the knights into a reckless attack. Only Richard's charisma and authority kept his men in formation, until discipline snapped. Driven by fury and desperation, the Hospitaller Marshal led an unauthorized charge. Thousands followed. Richard now faced a choice: watch his army split apart, or commit fully. The Lionheart chose decisively. He ordered a general charge, leading his own knights into the fray. The result was devastating. The Crusader cavalry smashed into Saladin's lines, scattering his infantry and driving his men toward the forest. Richard himself fought at the forefront, striking down foes with ferocity befitting his name. Saladin rallied his guard, but Richard pressed the assault with a second charge, crushing resistance and forcing a rout. Yet, wisely, he halted at the edge of the forest, wary of ambush. The field belonged to the Crusaders, but Saladin's army was bloodied, not destroyed. The Crusaders lost roughly 700 men, mostly infantry. Saladin's forces suffered catastrophic losses, perhaps 7,000 dead. Still, though battered, his army survived. The battle was a triumph of discipline and leadership. Richard's careful strategy and bold decision-making shattered Saladin's aura of invincibility, first forged at Hattin. Yet the road to Jerusalem remained uncertain. Richard pressed on, capturing Jaffa in the weeks that followed. But with winter approaching, peace negotiations began. Though the Holy City would remain beyond his grasp, Arsuf cemented Richard the Lionheart's reputation as one of history's great commanders.